two vanish under alien sky. It was just after midnight when the sky over the quiet Earth town turned blue. Not the normal sky blue of morning. It was glowing, strange, silent. No thunder, no wind, just light. Adam was the first to see it. He had been working late in his small garage on the edge of town. Grease covered his hands and music played softly from an old radio. He was fixing a motorcycle and didn't hear the strange hum at first, but then everything stopped. The tools began to shake. The lights flickered, and then darkness. Outside, something pulsed in the sky. Adam stepped out, wiping his hands on a wall. Rag. His mouth fell open. Above the trees, a strange round shape hovered. No wings, no sound, just glowing blue rings spinning slowly. What the hell? Before he could take a step, a beam of soft blue light shot down from the ship. Adam was lifted from the ground like a feather, eyes wide, arms reaching. He tried to scream, but his voice was gone. The last thing he saw was the sky turning white. Then, nothing. Miles away, Leah stood alone in her bedroom. She had just come back from a long shift at the hospital. Her hair was tied back and her eyes were tired. She drank water and looked at the stars through her window. Suddenly, her vision blurred. Her head spun. A high-pitched tone rang in her ears. She dropped the glass. It shattered on the floor. The stars outside the window moved, literally moved. A huge shadow floated above her street. She rushed to the window, but before she could react, her body locked. She couldn't move. Light filled the room, not warm, not hot, just light. She tried to cry out. Her mouth wouldn't open, and then, like a string pulling her, she rose into the air, through the ceiling, through the night. Gone. They woke up, at the same time. Adam opened his eyes first. He lay inside a glass pod filled with a misty gas. He couldn't move much, but he could breathe. The walls around him glowed soft purple. Strange symbols moved like water across the ceiling. His heart pounded. Where am I? Next to his pod, another figure floated inside a second chamber. A woman. Leah. He tapped the glass weakly. Hey, you okay? Leah stirred. Her eyes blinked, open, confused, afraid. Then a soft voice spoke, not from a person but from everywhere. Subjects awake. Begin phase 1. The pods opened with a hiss. Adam rolled out, landing hard on the cold silver floor. Leah stepped out slowly, holding the wall for balance. What is this? She asked, her voice shaking. I don't know, Adam replied. But this isn't Earth. A door slid open. Two tall beings walked in, alien in shape but smooth, graceful. Their skin was dark blue with faint glowing lines running down their arms. Their faces were long, with no mouth, just glowing eyes. One of them raised a hand. It spoke in perfect English but cold. You have been selected. Selected? Leah asked, backing away. Your species holds stable genetics. You will assist in repopulation of the Neurel bloodline. Adam stepped in front of her. Wait, what? The alien tilted its head. Your pairing was optimal. You will rest, then begin reproduction phase. Leah gasped. You kidnapped us, to make us breed, the alien said without emotion. Yes, they were stunned. Frozen. Adam clenched his fists. We're not doing anything you say. You will, or your cells will be extracted without your consent. Leah's knees weakened. Adam caught her. The aliens turned and left, the door sealing behind them with a soft hiss. For a long moment, the room was silent. Then Adam whispered, We're not on a ship. Leah looked at him. What? He pointed to the floor. There's gravity, real air, not recycled. We're not floating. We're on a planet. She looked around slowly. Then they've already taken us somewhere far. Adam nodded. And no one's coming to save us. They looked at each other. Strangers just a few hours ago. Now, they were all each other had. Why the aliens need them, Leah couldn't sleep. She sat on the edge of the strange soft bed, her hands resting on her knees. The room looked like a hotel, clean walls, calming lights, even plants in glowing pots. But everything felt wrong, fake. There were no windows, no clocks, and no exits. Adam paced the room behind her. They gave us clothes, food, but no answers. Leah turned to him. They didn't take us just to be nice. They want something. The ceiling lights flickered. Then a voice spoke. Clear, soft, cold. Humans Adam Carter and Leah Mendez. Please follow the guide to Orientation Room 1. The wall slid open silently. A glowing path appeared on the floor. Adam looked at Leah. Do we run? Where? He nodded slowly. Then we go, but we listen carefully. The orientation room was round. The walls played soft moving lights like stars in water. In the center floated a single tall figure, taller than the others, older. Its skin was faded blue and its glowing lines were dim. It was the Norel Elder. I am Vior, it said, keeper of the memory pools. On behalf of the Norel people, I beg your forgiveness. Adam and Leah stared. You abducted us, Adam said sharply. Yes, the elder said, because we are dying. The room darkened. Images appeared in the air, floating holograms of alien cities, once bright, now dark. Fields of dry red soil, empty nurseries. Our race suffered a chain collapse. Radiation storms poisoned our seedlines. Generations were born weaker, then sterile. We tried everything. He looked at them with glowing eyes. We had to find new life, new DNA, new hope. We searched your world and found two compatible vessels. You, Leah clenched her fists. You mean we're just tools to you? No, Vior said. You are our only future. Later, Adam and Leah sat back in their room. Food was served, real food, but neither touched it. They tested thousands of humans, Leah whispered, reading from a glowing file that had been left for them. We're the only ones who survived their process. Everyone else either died or rejected the treatment. Adam sat across from her. So now we're just their breeding pair? She met his eyes. That's what this is. We're not guests. We're livestock. He stood and punched the wall. It didn't even crack. Leah didn't flinch. They want us to fall in love, she said. Adam turned to her. What? She pointed at the soft lighting, the warm air, the gentle music. This room is built to trigger bonding hormones. Comfort, safety, intimacy. They're manipulating us. He stared at her, then looked around. Yeah, he said. Feels like a honeymoon suite. She chuckled bitterly. Except we didn't choose each other. Adam sat beside her, calmer now. We're not doing what they want, but we're also not going to die here. She looked at him, curious. You have a plan? Not yet, he admitted, but I know how to study engines, systems, patterns. If this place has any weakness, and I'll find it. Leah nodded slowly. And I know how to read people, even aliens. They sat in silence for a moment. Then Adam added, Whatever happens, we do this together, right? Leah didn't smile, but she held out her hand. He shook it. Strangers no more. The resistance grows. The hallway was too quiet. Leah stepped slowly, bare feet making no sound on the glowing floor. Adam followed behind her, holding a flat metal piece they'd broken off a wall panel, useless as a weapon, but comforting in his grip. They weren't supposed to be here. This was off-schedule time, the 1 hour when the lights dimmed and the Norel monitors didn't speak. They had waited for days. Waited, watched, and listened. And now, they were moving. We're close, Adam whispered. Leah nodded. To what? Adam didn't answer. Not yet. Earlier that day, something changed. Leah had found a hidden screen behind a mirrored panel in their room. It was small, low-lit, and protected by symbols she didn't recognize, but one symbol caught her eye. It was green. next to a long list of human names, all marked red. Except 2. Adam Carter. Status, stable Leah Mendez. Status, optimal. Every other name was marked failed, rejected, or worse, expired. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She simply closed the panel and whispered to herself, "We're the only ones left." Now she and Adam crept deeper into the restricted zone of the alien habitat. The hallway led to a door that was slightly open, just barely. They slipped inside. What they saw made both stop cold. Rows and rows of cryo chambers, each holding a human body. Some were still breathing. Most were not. Adam stepped closer to one. A young girl, maybe 16, floated inside, pale and still. Her pod was marked gene pool, incomplete. "They're harvesting us," Leah whispered. "Or trying to. They tried others before. Us," Adam said, voice tight. "They failed." They backed away. Then suddenly they heard movement. A low humming sound. Footsteps. They ducked behind a console. An alien entered. Not tall like the elders, but shorter, thinner, wearing a soft, blue robe. It walked differently, slower, almost uncertain. Adam raised his broken metal rod. But then, the alien turned toward them and spoke. "Don't scream." The voice was soft, not cold like the others. Human. Leah stepped forward. "Who are you?" The alien lowered its hood and revealed a human-like face. Smooth skin, glowing eyes, but human features beneath. "I'm Sira," it said. "Half Norel, half Earth. I was born here." Adam's jaw clenched. "You're one of their experiments?" "No," she said quickly. "I'm their mistake." She looked around, her expression hard. "I don't agree with what they're doing. That's why I'm here." Leah stepped closer. "Then help us." Sira nodded. "I will." Back in their room, Adam paced, heart racing. "We finally have someone on the inside." Leah nodded, watching the door. "But can we trust her?" "I don't know," he said. "But she knew where to find us. She said she's been watching for weeks." Leah looked up. "She said something else." Adam turned. She said, "If we don't bond soon, they'll replace us, or start the procedure forcefully." Adam sat down hard. "So it's a countdown." Leah nodded. "We either escape, or we're part of a breeding program that already killed dozens before us." Adam looked at her seriously. "Then we stop pretending tomorrow." She frowned. "What do you mean?" He said. "We don't act like strangers anymore. We act like we're falling in love." She raised an eyebrow. "Even if we're not?" He smiled slightly. "Let's give them what they want, just not the way they want it." The final phase begins. A new room opened, not like the others. This one smelled like fresh earth air. The ground felt soft like real soil. There were trees, a sky, even sunlight, but Adam knew it was all fake. He looked up and saw it, a slight flicker in the sky above. A digital projection. Leah walked beside him, stunned. "They made a world?" Adam nodded slowly. A stage. Then came the voice. Phase 3. Final bonding environment activated. The Norel were done waiting. After days of observation, silence, and failure, they had moved to the last part of their plan, the final phase. Inside this artificial paradise, Adam and Leah were expected to give in, to forget the truth and believe in the illusion. Every corner of the habitat was designed for comfort. Peaceful rivers, glowing flowers, soft music from invisible speakers. Even, the air had a warmth that made it easy to lower your guard, but Adam didn't relax, and Leah didn't smile. They knew this was the trap, and time was running out. At night, the lights dimmed into a sunset. A cabin appeared near the forest edge, built like a cozy home from Earth. Inside, a fire burned in a stone hearth. Adam sat by the window, watching the sky flicker above. Leah sat on the floor beside the fire, silent. She finally spoke. "They want us to fall in love, or fake it well enough." Adam looked at her. "And if we don't?" She stared at the fire. "Then the next phase won't be so gentle." They both remembered Sierra's warning. If the final phase fails, they'll move to direct extraction. They won't ask again. Adam stood. "Then we act fast." The next morning they woke to a soft chime. Outside, breakfast was set on a table under a tree. Fresh fruit, warm bread, even coffee. Leah whispered, "How do they know what we like?" "They've studied us," Adam said. "They know everything." A screen appeared mid-air. The same Norel elder, Vior. "You have 7 cycles to complete. The bonding process," he said. "After that, a pairing will be forced." Leah stood and faced the screen. "You call this mercy, but it's a prison." Vior's glowing eyes blinked slowly. "Without you, our species ends. We choose life." Leah pointed at Adam. "You didn't choose him, I did." The screen flickered and vanished. Adam looked at her. "That was risky." "I meant it," she replied. He paused. "You chose me?" She gave a soft shrug. "We've come this far." A quiet moment passed between them. Then they heard something. Footsteps. Fast. Quiet. Sierra. She ran to them, eyes wide. "They're moving faster than we thought. You have 2 cycles left. After that, the next team comes in to collect you." "Collect?" Adam asked. "For medical extraction," she said. "You'll be sedated. Used. Like the others." Leah stepped forward. "Then help us get out. Now." Sierra nodded. "I've been building a back door into the habitat systems. I can shut down the illusion, open the walls, but only for 30 seconds. Adam's fists clenched. "That's all we need." That night, Leah sat with Adam under the fake stars. They held hands, not because they were told to, but because they wanted to feel something real. Before it all broke apart, "Are you scared?" she asked. "Terrified," he replied honestly. She rested her head on his shoulder. "I'm glad it was you." He looked at her. "I'll protect you," Leah whispered. "Then let's run. Together." And, somewhere beyond the sky, the systems watched silently, unaware they were about to lose control. A secret rebellion. It started with a flicker. 1 second, Leah was brushing her hair in the cabin mirror. The next, her reflection was gone, replaced by a line of glowing alien symbols across the glass. She stepped back. "Adam, it's happening." From the other room, Adam rushed in just as the walls began to shimmer. The trees outside flickered. The birds vanished mid-song. The illusion was breaking. "Sierra's doing it," he said. "Now or never." The cabin door slid open, not with a creak but a mechanical hiss. Behind it stood Sierra, breathing hard, eyes wide. "I shut down the projection," she said. "You have 30 seconds before the system resets. Come now." They ran. Behind the fake sky, metal corridors pulsed red with warning lights. Sierra led them through service tunnels, narrow, dark, and shaking with every alarm. "Where are we going?" Leah asked between breaths. "To the genetics wing," Sierra replied. "There's a launch bay below it." Adam stopped. "A ship?" "A pod," Sierra corrected. "Only fits 2. It's hidden. I've kept it off-grid for years." They kept moving. Voices echoed behind them, metallic and alien. The Norel had discovered the breach. "We'll never make it if they catch us," Adam said. "They won't," Sierra answered. "I have one more trick." She handed Leah a small disc glowing purple. "Drop this when you reach the silver door. It will blind their sensors for 2 minutes." Leah looked at it. "What happens to you?" Sierra smiled sadly. "I stay. Someone has to hold the gate open." Adam shook his head. "No. Come with us." "I can't," she said. "I'm not fully human. Earth wouldn't accept me. And Norel already rejected me." Leah grabbed her hand. "We accept you." Tears formed in Sierra's glowing eyes. "Go," she whispered. "Make your own future." The silver door was just ahead. Guards closed in from both sides, tall, armed. Fast, Adam reached the door first, slammed his hand on the panel. It didn't open. "Leah, now!" She dropped the disc. It hit the ground and burst into light, blinding white that swallowed the hallway. The guards froze. Adam pushed the door open with all his strength. Inside was the escape pod, small, round, with 2 seats and a control panel glowing faintly. "Get in!" Leah shouted. They jumped inside. Adam hit the launch control. The pod shook, then everything exploded into motion. The pod shot downward through a vertical shaft. Metal walls blurred past as fire trailed behind them. Sirens screamed. Voices tried to override the launch. Unauthorized. Escape in progress. Abort. Abort. Too late. With a final jolt, the pod broke free. Silence. Then, stars. Real stars. They were outside the Norel complex, and above a strange blue and green moon. Leah let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. Adam looked at her. "We did it." She leaned her head against the seat. "No," she said softly. "Sierra did it." Behind them, the Norel mothership faded from view. Alarms still blared inside. Chaos spread among the higher ranks. A rebellion was growing, not just from 2 humans, but from within their own. Sierra stood in the heart of it, alone but smiling. For the first time in her life, she had made a choice. Inside the pod, Leah reached for the comms panel. "We need to find Earth," she said. Adam nodded. "Or somewhere better." The screen blinked. "Pilot input required." "Destination?" They looked at each other, and for the first time they realized. They weren't running anymore, they were going somewhere together. Escape or sacrifice, the pod was not flying, it was falling. Fast. Leah gripped the seat straps, eyes wide. Outside the small window, the moon they had seen earlier grew bigger and brighter. Flames licked the pod's sides as the thin atmosphere pulled them in. "We're going to crash," she shouted. Adam stayed focused on the controls. "I'm trying to stabilize it. Retro thrusters aren't responding." A harsh alarm screamed in their ears. The screen blinked red. "Landing system error. Override required." "We don't have override," Leah yelled. Adam didn't respond. He was thinking, fast. Sierra said this pod wasn't perfect, just hidden. He looked at her, then at the control panel. "If I redirect all power to the dampeners, it'll slow the descent." "But that shuts off everything else," she warned. "I know." She stared at him. "You'll burn up with it." Adam looked into her eyes, calm. "I'm not letting you die, Leah, not after everything." "No," she said, voice cracking. "We do this together." The pod jolted violently. One side cracked. Sparks flew. Gravity pulled harder. The ground was seconds away. Adam made his choice. He slammed the control, transferring all power to her seat's dampeners. His screen turned black. The last thing he saw was Leah screaming his name as light swallowed them both. Silence. Then, wind. Soft, warm wind. Leah opened her eyes slowly. She was lying on soft grass under a pale blue sky. Strange flowers swayed nearby. A soft sun warmed her face. She sat up quickly. "Adam?" No answer. She looked around. The pod was broken, one side ripped open, the other still smoking. She limped toward it and found him unconscious. His body was burned on one side, arm twisted, but he was breathing, barely. Tears fell instantly. "No, no, no. Don't you dare give up now." She pulled him free with trembling arms and laid him on the grass. His eyes flickered open. I said you'd survive," he muttered weakly. "I don't want to survive without you." She snapped, holding his hand. A deep hum echoed through the air. She looked up. From behind the trees, alien figures approached. Not Norel, but something else. Taller, wilder, eyes glowing gold. Leah stepped between them and Adam. "We don't want trouble." One of them stepped forward, then dropped its weapon. It spoke. Human? She blinked. You speak English? No, it said, touching a glowing device. But the one who helped you taught us. Leah's heart stopped. Sira? The alien nodded. She came before, told us to watch the sky. She gave us this world and asked us to protect it. Leah turned to Adam. She saved us again. The aliens helped carry Adam into a healing dome. The technology was old but alive. Plants and tech mixed together in harmony. Days passed, and slowly, Adam recovered. On the 10th day, Leah sat beside him, smiling. You nearly died, she whispered. He grinned. You didn't let me. She kissed his forehead. Never again. Outside, a small group of Norel defectors landed in peace. They brought news. The rebellion had grown. The elders had fallen. A new council was forming, one that honored free will and choice. Leah and Adam were offered a return to Earth, but they declined. They had found something better, a place untouched, a new beginning. New planet, new future. The morning light was softer here, not harsh like Earth's sun, not cold like the Norel world. It was gentle, golden on the grass and flowers. Leah stood at the edge of a clearing, watching Adam walk slowly toward her. He carried a small bag of supplies and a makeshift walking stick. She felt her heart swell. They had survived fire and frost, betrayals and battles. Now they stood on a new world, one they could call home. Look at this place, Leah said, voice soft. It feels alive. Adam knelt and touched the soil. It is alive. He scooped a handful and let it fall through his fingers. Rich, ready. Leah smiled and took his hand. We did it. Together. Behind them, a small village was taking shape. Norel defectors worked beside wild aliens from the forest. Humans, only a few, helped build simple huts with wood and stone found nearby. Sira stood among them, her half-human face glowing in the sun. She waved, and Leah waved back. Without a word, Adam and Leah began walking down the path toward the village. Each step felt hopeful. Weeks later, children laughed as they chased bright birds across open fields. Adults shared stories around a campfire, some in alien tongues, some in English, all with warm smiles. Leah and Adam led a group teaching earth plants how to grow in this new soil. They had built a small greenhouse with clear walls. Inside, rows of tomatoes and herbs flourished. Green leaves brushed the glass, and water dripped gently from misting tubes. Adam brushed a leaf. Soon, we'll have enough food to trade. Leah laughed. You're already planning a market, he grinned. I learned from the best. One evening, under 2 rising moons, the villagers gathered in the central clearing. Firelight danced on their faces. A simple wooden stage stood at the front. Sira stepped up, wearing a crown of woven flowers. She held a small metal box. She spoke, in soft English. Friends, today we mark our new chapter. We have freedom, we have choice, and we have each other. She opened the box and lifted 2 rings, one made of alien crystal, the other of earth silver. Leah and Adam stepped forward, hand in hand. The crowd fell silent. Sira placed the crystal ring on Leah's finger. Then she placed the silver ring on Adam's. These rings, Sira said, symbolize bond and respect, not law or force, a promise of love and unity. Leah looked at Adam. He smiled back, eyes bright. After the ceremony, music began, soft drums and gentle singing in many tongues. Leah pulled Adam into a dance. They moved slowly, feeling the warm earth beneath their feet. Stars shone overhead, bright and clear without any screen to hide them. Leah whispered, I never thought I'd find a home like this. Adam kissed her cheek. Neither did I, but we made it. She nodded. We chose to live and love. Morning comes again. Leah woke to the sound of birds. She stepped outside their hut, breathing in fresh air. Sunlight filtered through green leaves overhead, Adam emerged carrying 2 cups of warm tea. He handed one to her. "To us," he said. Leah raised her cup. "To us, and to everyone who believed in a better world." They sipped in silence, watching the village awaken. Neighbors greeted them with smiles and waves. Sira approached, holding a newborn alien human baby wrapped in soft cloth. "It's time," she said gently. "They need parents who choose them." Leah's eyes filled with tears. She knelt and took the tiny hand. Adam knelt beside her, resting a hand on her back. The baby cooed, a new life on this new world. Leah looked up at Adam. "We're ready." He squeezed her hand. "Always." Leah, Adam, and the baby walked down the path toward the growing village. Behind them, wildflowers swayed in the breeze. Beyond, forests stretched under 2 suns. Above, the sky held no fear or threat, only promise. Their footprints in the soft soil marked the start of a future they all built with hope, courage, and choice. And together, they stepped forward, human and alien, family and friends, into the dawn of a new world.